Nick Cannon and the Zeus Network are accused of pitting women against each other and putting on a colorist event after sharing a controversial ad promoting a dark skin versus light skin competition, RadarOnline.com has learned. The streaming service and television personality collaborated on a live show Thursday in Las Vegas, Nevada, with wild and out stars facing off with baddies from Zeus. Zeus, Nevada.
No, it's the video itself, Hakeem. It's the video.
Yes,
post teased
yes,
the
video
event.
itself. That's
the video.
Performance by Suki
Yeah,
Hara
we
at
still give it
901
Hakeem.
Weird
It's
Drama,
alright.
sparking intense backlash
Yeah.
online from social media users. Zeus did not address the outcry but later shared an updated post with Chocolate Goddesses versus Caramel Goddesses. Our aim at hashtag #BabsWild Las Vegas is to unify, celebrate, and laugh together as we explore the diverse tapestry of our community, the caption read. Today, we're excited to bring you a show filled with fun, music, and empowerment with the beautiful Atsuka Hanagoat and her Chocolate Goddesses along with Mix Arvsa and her Caramel Goddesses. RadarOnline.com has reached out to a rep for Canon for comment. Zeus has not yet addressed the criticism. Naysayers have spoken out against the updated post, claiming that only further stoked the fires. Many slam Zeus Network's content for being detrimental to the black community, saying it opens the door for other races to feed into the colorism as well. The network was founded in 2018 and features a series of drama-packed hit shows including Blueface and Chrysian, Crazy in Love, Jocelyn's Cabaret, and Bad Boys. Nah, y'all said dark skin versus light skin, stand on that, one critic wrote. The switch up without even addressing what y'all did before is crazy, a second echoed. Can y'all stop wording it like that? Don't make it better, a third said, while a fourth social media user echoed, bad idea, with colorism still being a big issue within the black community, this is definitely not the move. The controversial flyer sent shockwaves after Cannon recently shared that he spends more than $200,000 every year at Disneyland during an appearance on The Breakfast Club. The crazy thing is cause I used to host Christmas morning at Disneyland, I used to get that Disney bag, there were perks, so all of that stuff was free, Cannon said. It is no longer free.
This year, through the report we got, which was September 30th,
Sorry about that, y'all. We're on topic. So yeah, as you can see, Nick Cannon got himself in a situation, and like I said, and also with Zeus and everything, Zeus is always gonna do what they do, always show drama and always show how how the community, especially our black community, especially on the women's side of how how they look at the stereotype, how all black women do it, they yell, they scream, and they fight against each other and everything. And like I said, this is, what Zeus and Nick Cannon, what Zeus is doing right now, I don't like. We know type of network they are, and it's crazy. So I'm gonna pass it to you guys. I'm starting with you, Ronnie. What's your take with this, Nick Cannon, the Zeus Network, promoting their Bad and Wild when they first posting up the being colors of dark skin, either or dark skin and light skin, and they make it no better with the dark goddesses and the caramel goddesses. So what's your take, Ronnie, on it?
Shout out to Just J. Just J, man. I see you putting in work. I'm in the cloud, but I see you putting in work. Shout out to you, sweetheart. But okay, with the situation between Nick Cannon and the Zeus Network, I was actually doing research on that before we started the live because I was just curious about what is the backlash is all about. Now they're using the aspect of colorism because the simple fact is you have on one side. I don't know. You have the picture. I don't know if you're gonna show the picture, but you have one side.
We have the picture. Go
you
ahead.
have one side where there's all black women, and you have another side where there's all light-skinned women. But remember, you got to keep in mind it's still a network, and Zeus is always known for like you stated, Jordan is always known for drama and entertainment. Pretty much a network. So you see, as you can see there in the photo, so you have one side all black women, darker skinned women. The other side you have all light-skinned women. I don't have an issue with that, but I know a lot of women do have an issue with that because they say, okay, you're pinning dark skinned women against the light skinned women. No, they're doing stuff for entertainment because they know at the end of the day, it's pretty much clickbait. You're gonna see it, you might get in your feelings a little bit. You're gonna say, okay, let me see what is pretty much all is about. Because remember, Wildin' Out, because I don't think I don't know, I'm not too sure if Nick Cannon even own Wildin' Out anymore. I'm not sure. So he had to change it up a little bit to pretty much bring the crowd audience back, the one he lost from his previous show from the Wildin' Out. So they doing whatever he hates. I don't really have no issue with this, but I see where the women are coming from, and the simple fact of why it's colorism, because okay, why you have one side all dark skinned women and the other side you have all light skinned women, because they trying to pretty much please the crowd per se, which is the men. So they're like, okay, pick, choose. And now that you have, well, I think one side you have Shukiana running the dark skin side. I think she's running that side, and the other side, I forgot the other woman's name. That's actually going to be running that side as a leader. So, um, I find it to be very interesting. The show already happened. I think it was on December 7th. So I think it already transpired. So by Zeus getting all that backlash, they just changed the title. I think Just Jay put in the chat the title, what they calling it now. I think they calling it like chocolate caramel, I think, because they didn't want that too many backlash they was receiving from online. But I don't think I think people should be not really too alarmed by it. But I get why people are upset because it do seem like it is a form of colorism. Go ahead, I can.
Now, Zeus Network has been the dumpster of TV shows. Um, they promote the most dysfunctional shows I've ever seen in my life. Um, we can blame them, but we got to blame us because we give them ratings. And this is nothing new to the shows that they already produce. Give you an example: Baddies ATL, Blueface and Krishan, Crazy in Love, Bad Boys Texas, Jocelyn's Cabaret, New York, Baddies West, One More Chance, Bobby I Love To, I Love You. Prrr. All this is all this doesn't even make sense. And then another thing I'm gonna say is a lot of people surprised about Nick Cannon, light skin. All he has is light skinned girls. That man don't fuck with dark skinned women like that, allegedly. I never seen him embrace no chocolate girl. You know what I mean? I don't even remember ever seeing a dark skinned girl on Wild 'N Out. He mainly have light skinned girls around him. Half his baby mamas are light skinned. So this comes to intuition of what's in his mind. If he's a producer, I looked at that. I said, yeah, he produced that show.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah, man. Oh, yeah. Looking at I was trying to find their Zeus earnings. See how much they make a year. I'm gonna get that too real quick. But yeah, anyways, yeah, we already know what Zeus is about. You know, to me, they're trash. They're trash. They're absolutely trash. And the thing is, it's like the crowd they attract is, you know, people are in their 20s. You know, in our black community. Do we have other people, other races watch it? Probably. You know, for sure. But majority, I know what their viewers are watching and everything, especially, you know, the kids that's watching it. And the thing is, it's like, you know, Zeus don't care about the community like that. They really don't. You know, they all about getting that paper. They all about capitalists. Get the money. They don't care. They don't care how the black community look as long as they getting paper. You know, as long as they get what they get and everything. And they started in 2008. I'm reading they started I think they started in 2008 and everything. And as you can see, you know, they're just getting, you know, they people are still watching because they, like I said, with the Baddies East and the Baddies West and then Jocelyn's Cabaret, you always see they get new seasons. You know, I think with Jocelyn's, you know, she started in Miami, no, she started in Atlanta, then Miami, then Las Vegas, and now New York City. So that's 4 seasons right there. And you know, I won't be surprised to get a fifth season somewhere, probably in Dallas or Houston or anything like that. Who owns Zeus? It's a black guy. I'm gonna see if I can find a name. I'm gonna see if I can find a name. So
No, but if it's a black guy that owns the network, then why people are so upset about it? If it's a black guy that owns the network, how is it colorism? I thought colorism is an aspect of no
Lumel
quote unquote
Plummer.
white man.
yeah, but Lamel Palmer, yep, Lamel Palmer, he's the CEO.
But you get what I'm saying? If it was a white guy, because people are upset about the colorism because they think it's a white guy that runs the network.
Yeah.
It's a black man that runs the network. So
Yeah,
what's
which
the
is
issue?
crazy.
So what's the issue? And that's what, because remember, he's going based on what society is today. Society is today, majority of the time, man has to choose, man has to pick.
Yeah.
Man, most of the time, we talked about it all the time on the show. Man normally prefer the light skin,
Mm-hmm.
even though we may prefer, even though we may like dark skinned women, but that's not the masses.
Yeah, I'm reading what they made like from this year. Their net like what they made profit. What they made about $5 million this year, and I think this is the high for them. You know, for Zeus Network.
No, but I thought they always made money when it came to Kashawn Rock and Blueface.
Oh no, this is goes not just for them. This goes by like their downloads, like from Android and Apple, from their for people that
Oh,
they
okay.
pay because you got to pay
I get what
for
you're
it.
saying.
That's
Okay.
where that's from.
So the revenue went up. That's what I'm saying, because majority of the time they're doing stuff with it's clickbait and entertaining for the audience.
Mm-hmm.
That's what people like to see. People like to see light skinned women.
Yeah.
Rather, we may not like it, Hakeem and Jordy. We may not like it at all. I may not like it. I may have a disdain for it. But like I said, it's not the masses. The masses want to see that.
Yeah, that's true.
I can't disagree with
And
you.
the thing is, yeah, it's just like that, especially the city in LA. You like I say, if you're not the skin of if the of the Kim Kardashians and the Kylie Jenners, you're not gonna be popping like that. And that's what these cities do, especially in Los Angeles. That, like I said, the number one holler is Kylie Jenner. If you're not that particular type of skin, lighter or to that tone, and that's where the chicks they get likes and everything is those
Correct.
particular chicks. So
Correct. That was saying, like right now, you have, of course, hopefully we do talk about it, but you have, like, for example, Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj, right? They consider
mm-hmm.
them two to be light skinned. They get majority of the views than the dark skinned women.
Ice Spice.
And I see it,
Yep.
and I see it on
No,
social
you
media.
telling the truth.
That was I see it on social media, so I'm like, okay, so Zeus Network, Nick Cannon, mind you, them guys is always on. They always on social media. They always on Twitter. They always on the blog, so they see what's going on. So they say, oh, okay, I see a lighter skin. I see, okay, the lighter skinned women getting most of the attention while the dark skinned women's not. So let me create a competition or rivalry between them two, and let's see how the network goes. And like you said, Jordan, it seemed like they became very profitable out of it. Go ahead, again.
No, I agree with you 100%. I think that it's just sad that we're constantly having this conversation, and we did something like this. I think we did 2 or 3 videos. Unbeknownst to us, this shit pops up again, and I'm like, okay, we back on that bullshit again. You know what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
And you wonder why certain women feel kind of out of place. You feel what I'm trying to say? When you be like, oh, these dudes is having. I didn't even know this was owned by a black guy. So this goes back to the narrative posting that, okay, are we pushing colorism forward, black men?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We say the white boy was doing it, but if a brother's on this, are we pioneering colorism?
Yeah. And the thing is, it's more majority from the it's mostly the women talk about colors and everything because, like, man, we don't get into that. I mean, I remember, back in the '90s, there was, the light skin, but the black skin, but it was more on the joking side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We used to joke about it and everything. It was never like a serious conversation. But when you go to a woman talk about, how they talk about colorism and everything, not just here in the United States, you hear from other countries, from South America. Some Caribbean islands as well. They talk about colorism as well and everything, and they talk about Brazil, and they talk about the people the women that get more popular, the women that have the lighter skin, the dark skinned women and everything.